Hey everyone, welcome to meditation today. This is going to be a brief meditation, about 5 minutes long, to help us cultivate a sense of peace within us that helps us to see where our emotional reactions are coming from and hopefully be able to apply that to when we get really emotional in the moment and we might have a habit or a tendency to react in some fashion that doesn't feel good or puts the blame on someone else or the power into somebody else's hands to dictate what your experience is. And when you can utilize tools of mindfulness and reflect on why you feel the way that you feel, what might be contributing to that from the past or that's built up over the week, it's usually a lot deeper than just how you feel in that moment, especially when it's reactionary. And so when we can start to cultivate the capacity to stop and recognize our reactions in the moment, they're not wrong. There's nothing wrong with feeling reactionary. It's just a message that there is something there for you to look at. When we can finally stop in those moments and look at it the way that it's asking us to, there can be some really beautiful and deep transformational experiences. And I've experienced this a lot in my own life, and it's one of the reasons that I've continued to take my meditation practice into every day of my life and try to remember it as often as possible. I actually have reminders on my phone so that I take a moment to stop and be present and check in with myself and see how I'm feeling, see how I'm handling life, check in if I'm actually staying in congruence with my true priorities or if I'm making up stories. So there's a lot of use and a lot of good that you can get from staying with a daily practice. And even if you miss, every practice for a while, as long as you just start at some point, just anytime you think of it, you can stop and be present. And those little moments add up over time. Okay. So we're going to get started. Go ahead and make yourself comfortable. You can sit or lie down as long as you're not going to fall asleep. And just start to become aware of your breath as it naturally is. Allowing your breath to anchor you into the moment. Letting go of anything past or future that might be mingling in your mind. All of the to-dos. Just set them aside for now. Everything will be waiting for you when you're done, if you want to pick it back up again. Give yourself this moment to be truly with yourself. Continuing to notice your breath. Is it deep or shallow? Forced or easy? Even or uneven? Hot or cold? Just notice how the breath feels. Notice if you have any reactions that come up to watching your breath. Any cravings or aversions. And see if you can simply observe them and not get caught up in the story. Just notice, continuing to keep your awareness with your breath. You're taking this time to focus on yourself. Give yourself the attention that you need. The rest of our lives cannot grow in a good way when we are not peaceful inside. Continuing to stay with your breath. Continuing to watch any emotions or thoughts that arise, any experience at all. See if you can just notice what it is without identifying with it. Untangling yourself from your experience. You are not your emotions. You are not your thoughts. What you are is peaceful, still. Unshakable. Continue to notice, not forcing anything, not banishing anything. Just relax and detach from what comes up and observe it. In this way, you can see yourself and others with much deeper compassion. When we're no longer invested in the story, there's a lot more space for love. Now I invite you to allow whatever thoughts were nagging at you to come into your mind, into your full awareness. Whatever thing has been bothering you or feeling that has been getting to you, unease or anxiety, something that happened that sticks in your mind, anything that you feel is weighing on you, allow it to come into focus. And see if you can take a step back and simply observe. Soften into observing, rounding those hard edges of attachment to the experience. If it helps, you can breathe intentionally, breathing deeply. This helps the body and the mind relax, especially if the exhale is longer than the inhale. Continuing to simply observe, not forcing any experience. When your awareness drifts, you can just smilingly bring your awareness back to your breath and back to this moment. It's all okay. Continuing to deepen into the relaxation of not needing to be attached to your emotions, to your experience. There's a peace in being able to step back and simply observe. It lifts a weight. And now just allowing your mind your awareness to soften, bringing it fully back to your breath, letting go of anything else. And for just a moment, we're going to cultivate loving kindness. This helps just to lift our spirits a little bit. Sometimes things can come up in meditation that can be a little difficult. They might take a little bit more time to sit with. Loving kindness is a great way to exit meditation when you don't have a lot of time. So start to cultivate a sense of deep love and compassion. And if you have a hard time visualizing this, imagine someone or something that you have an immense amount of joyful love for. Maybe it's a partner, a child, scenery or a landscape. For me, it's standing in the mountaintops in the Alpine. Vast wilderness out in front of me. And really hone in on that love that you're experiencing in that moment. Let it build in your body, let it build in your heart. And now bringing all of that love, you can turn it inwards into yourself. Allow yourself to receive that love. Filling you up, nourishing your whole being, and allowing you to tap into the infinite well of love within you. And from here, we can cultivate love, compassion, and goodwill to all beings. Start to emanate that sense of love and compassion for all beings, letting it radiate outward from you. May all beings be happy. May all beings be liberated. May all beings experience real peace, real harmony, real happiness. And with the intention of bringing this peaceful energy with you out into your day, when you're ready, you can inhale and open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helps you throughout your day as it helps me throughout mine. Have a good night.